Today we are in Funäsdalen, Sweden. Well, not just today, for the next 5 days. And what we are doing here is ice drifting. Ice drifting is a sport that I actually got the chance to do the first time I came to Norway when Fredric and I first started dating. He flew me to Norway as a Christmas present and took me straight to the frozen lake in Sigmund, which is a lake kind of 2 hours away from Oslo. And the first time I was on the lake, right? I'm from California. I don't know what a frozen lake looks like and if it's even safe. So I like waddle down to the lake and I'm like, is it safe? Can I walk on this? And like, you know, and of course there's like tractors and cars going by and I can't get it through my head that like, this is safe to drive on and walk on and, you know, do things on. So it was definitely an experience for me. And that same weekend was the first time I ever even drifted a car in my life, besides maybe, you know, my Mustang growing up. But we won't talk about that right now. That's a whole nother story. But back to my first time drifting, it was in this Supra next to me when it was silver. And one corner sideways, I was absolutely hooked. And now I borrow my good friend dog and mechanic. He's my race team mechanic, head crew chief. His ice Supra, which is this beautiful car right here. It was more beautiful a few days ago, but I decided to tap some people and run some doors, as you do. So the Supra that I borrow from my mechanic and crew chief dog has about 60 more horsepower than your typical stock 2J does, and that comes from pretty aggressive cams and additional supporting mods like a valve terrain, upgrades, stiffer springs, and pistons. And that creates for the perfect ice beast, being able to push these really hard to drive on, not gonna lie, WRC tires. I actually can show you something that's kind of cool. When I started telling Dog that I wanted to keep up with Freddie, he decided to put this Osbo kill switch on. And I just press it and it goes from revving at 6K to revving at 8 grand. So high rev limiter, lots of power. Well, for a pretty much stock engine, I wouldn't say tons of power. You don't want too much horsepower on the ice because then you just go through tires and dig through ice. But 300 is perfect for what we're doing here. And yeah, let's move on to talking about some ice tires. And onto the tires and why we drive with these tires specifically. They are WRC rally studded tires. The ones we run in the front are 9mm studs. So I believe they're some of the longest studs you can get, and that's gonna allow you to have a lot of front grip. And the biggest issue with actually driving with these tires is you have a lot of understeer. So you're constantly kind of fighting the car, but once you get sideways and hook up, the grip is very, very similar to semi-slicks in the summer. And that's why we train. It's the closest thing to summer driving in the winter. But let's head back to the rear tires. In the rear, I like to run 7mm, and that's because you obviously want a little bit less grip in the rear and more grip in the front. What we love most about running WRC ice tires is they have a consistent side bite, consistent grip, and they're the most fun and exhilarating to train on.
Hi.
What air pressures do we run in the back, Boo?
Oh, it's top secret.
Oh, again, I see. He's Mr. Secret Man. So he put a new engine in this ice car this year, and I wasn't allowed to say anything to anyone. He would have my head if I did. I kept my mouth shut, but what engine did you put in your Supra this year?
It's secret.
It's still secret.
Now this, we run 25 to 28 PSI tire pressure. Anything lower, the tires will actually heat up so much that the studs will come out.
Yep.
And anything more, the studs will come out from basically expanding the tire.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the sweet spot. And the motor in this is a V8. It's a 3UZ V8 that I'm testing on the ice. I think that could be a new platform, a little more power, a little more torque.
You're definitely more powerful. It's hard to keep up with you. It was hard to keep up with him before, and now I'm just crying. So.
But then again, it's what's happening on smaller tracks. The power doesn't really help that much because it's mostly a grip game. So it's like anything, right? It comes down to the tires mostly.
Right. But how many days do you think it takes to wear these studs down? Because I already feel after one day of driving, they've lost a lot of their sharpness, and the studs start to get round.
Yeah. So these are technically rally tires meant for snow and not ice.
Right. So we're abusing them in a sense.
So in rally form, they start losing a couple tenths per kilometer.
Okay.
Pretty quickly. So if you want to make him last here, you only do like 3-4 laps and then let him cool down.
Yeah, but we never do that.
Yeah, it's really hard to stop.
Yeah.
Once you're going, you just want to keep going.
I think about it, but if I do it, that's a whole nother thing. All right, enough chat. Let's get driving.